Good morning, my friends, and happy Stamped Together Saturday. It is Amy here for episode 269. 269, crazy, right? We're just inching towards that 300th episode mark where we'll have to celebrate, of course, because that's what we do here. We celebrate. We love being together, and we love being creative together and making cards together. And so we're going to celebrate 300 big, but that's a ways away yet. So let's focus on today's episode. I am not here live. Sorry about that. We are camping. Didn't know how the internet connection was going to be because we've never been there before. And I just want to be able to get you this really sweet card. So let's get started. It's quick. It's easy. Anybody can do it. So grab your supplies. You can see in the comments below, I will be posting the cutting list. So you can, if you watch now, you can create later based on the sizes of paper. Actually, I talk about it right in the video. So let's get started. Let's make this cute card. You see in front of you the designer series paper that I chose to use for today's card. And it is called Mixed Media Florals. It is an online exclusive paper, which many of them are now. And I love that Stampin' Up! Has decided to keep a bunch of our annual catalog designer series papers around as well, so that we have lots of different options. But this one has been around for a while. I don't remember exactly what month it was released, maybe March. But one of my favorites, and one thing I love about it is that it's got some black and white options as well, and that just opens up everything. Like, we could color this one with Stampin' Blends or Stampin' Write markers, or watercolor it. It has some options, which I love. And then all of these colors are just so fun, and the sketchy nature of the flowers I think is so pretty. And so we're going to use this one right here, which has a little bit more, is it that way? Yeah. A little bit more Poppy Parade and Petal Pink in it. So that is how I chose my colors. Now, I did yesterday tweak the cutting instructions a little bit. So if you cut your paper like Thursday night after I posted this, you might want to go back and check. I just made the quick decision to switch out a Petal Pink shape for a Poppy Parade shape. So I wrote the cutting instructions a little bit differently yesterday. But the other sides of these, like I said, there are some black and white options. There's sky options. I love these sorts of papers because you can stamp on them and it gives you a little different texture to the image. And then just some bright colored pieces as well. So lots of fun papers in this pack. And like I said, this is the one that I chose to use. So you've got here some very simple pieces of paper. There's not a lot going on this card, which is one of the reasons I love it, because like for my church birthday cards, we talked a little bit about that. If you saw my post, I provide 30 to 40 birthday cards every month for our church for birthday cards, and those just cover the 0 birthdays, so like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and then when they reach 80, it's every year after that. So I think that's kind of a cool way to do it. We have such a big congregation, but this would be a great card for those church birthday cards because it doesn't take much paper, and 0 die cutting for the choices that I made with the shapes. So just something to keep in mind there. So I've got in front of me this beautiful DSP, and I am going to take each piece and put them in the corners. So I've got one piece that is 2.5 by 2 1/4. And then I'm going to go up here and put the other one so that we've got just 2 splashes of color there for our DSP, 1 in each corner. And then there's like a 1-inch gap here. So when I posted the instructions for your shapes, I said larger than an inch, I believe is what I said. So I chose, I can never remember what this punch is called. And then a 1 3/4 inch circle punch. They layer perfectly together, and I've used it before, so it's probably no big shocker. I've also got the Bright Border stamp set, which is a carryover from the mini catalog, the January, April. And I've got the Yay So Happy for You, which is what I'm going to use here. And I'm going to grab Poppy Parade ink for my ink color. And we'll just stamp that in the center of our 1 3/4 inch circle. And then we're going to add these shapes to our card. You can do it a couple different ways. Here's my way. My way or the highway. No, not really. You can do it however you want. I'm going to put this one flat. Make sure it's straight. I'm going to cover up that gap, that 1 inch gap, which is why I said it should be a little bit larger than that. And then I'm going to pop this one up. If you'd rather, you can put this one flat onto here and then pop this punch up. So it's really up to you. I like the dimension of doing it this way. Makes no difference, really. Whatever you prefer. And then I have to snag some adhesive back dots or rhinestones or something, because we're going to add those to the card as well. And I've chosen the Iridescent Pearls Basic Jewels. They're so versatile, and I think they look pretty. They'll look pretty with this layout. All right, so I'm going to grab, I'm just using my snips here. I'm going to grab a couple different sizes and add them here, and do the same thing on the other side. Might have been easier to go with the smaller one first to get my placement right, but and you can do, actually, I think I'm going to do 3. There we go. So you can choose whatever you want and put your embellishments wherever you like. So I just have them down here on the left and up here on the right of my little shape. You could put them further over. You could put them over here. You know, there are all kinds of options. So I would love for you to share your card in the comments below, because I love to see what papers you're using, how you chose to do your embellishments. Perhaps you chose to put the card this way instead, which would give a totally different look because there would be less overlap. I don't know. I want to see what you're creating. So please put it in the comments. Thank you so much for joining me for Stamp Together Saturday. I will more than likely be pre-recording next week. I have to see what time my family reunion starts to be sure. But I hope you enjoy these regardless of if we're here live or not. I know it's more fun when we're live, but sometimes it's just not possible. So thank you for joining me. Have a great weekend, everybody.